here. We want to go to New York City, here on top of the Empire State Building. So right now, at least 2 people have climbed to the top of New York City's Empire State Building. This all unfolded this afternoon, and they have basically unfurled a banner with a message on it. So I'm looking at this. Our whole newsroom has been glued to this scene. We have James here in studio, James Brierton, Carlene Bragg also here as well. What are we seeing, guys? We're kind of talking through what we are seeing. If there are a couple, what the banner says.
Right. Are they protesters? Are they trespassers?
Right.
What words are we using? So about 45 minutes ago, we first got indication that 2 individuals had climbed to the top of this spiral. It's a broadcast TV antenna, Nick, on the Empire State Building. When we first saw them, when the news helicopters first got there, they were carrying a flag that seemed to indicate some sort of...
It said, when the power of love beats the love of power, the world knows peace. That's what it says. Yeah.
So in the live pictures right now, we don't see that flag. What we're seeing in the live pictures is the base of this metal broadcast TV tower that is atop of the Empire State Building. So above this shot is where we think those 2 individuals are. Below this shot is the iconic Empire State Building, because what we're seeing here is a TV antenna that sits atop the Empire State Building. This is where the local TV stations in New York City transmit most of their signals from it. They were moved here after September 11th, after the loss of the Twin Towers, where the towers previously were. We can see in the center of the shot right now, that appears to be an NYPD ESU officer, emergency services.
I was just about to ask you. Okay.
That says NYPD on
So they're specially trained for all sorts of dangerous rescues, or in this case, probably climbing up there. It looks like the 2 individuals who are atop of the tower may be with...
Yeah, that's Mr. Mann, and then I'm assuming that's the woman coming down,
I believe.
And you can see they're accessing a ladder, right? So there's infrastructure there that would allow, say, broadcast engineers, professional tower climbers to reach the broadcast equipment that is atop the Empire State Building. What we can speculate where this tower probably goes as the shot zooms on out, the top of the building is just below here. So it is about 103 stories where the last access point is before you have to start to climb. That 103 third floor is actually originally designed to be an airport for airships, blimps, going back to the early 20th century when the building was first built. So there is a spiral staircase atop of the Empire State Building where VIPs can go to the tippy top of this now closed open air deck where passengers of blimps were originally envisioned to get on and off at a dock, if you will, up in the air in Manhattan. So there's a great shot that shows exactly that. So we could probably speculate that they used that access point to then reach the broadcast antenna that was mounted atop the building in the 50s.
So if it's closed, how did they...
Great question, Nick.
That's what we're all trying to figure out, right?
And I'm asking James because James has been to New York City plenty of times. You're from New York, so...
Yeah, and if anybody watching has been to the Empire State Building, when you buy tickets as a member of the public to go up to the Empire State Building, most of us probably buy the tickets that get us to the 80th floor.
Yes.
You can spend a little extra to get to the 102nd floor, which gets you almost to the tippy top. Almost no one can get to the 103rd floor, which is that old air dock, unless you're some sort of VIP or on some sort of special trip. So somehow they probably went from the 102nd to the 103rd and then up through the access ladders, if I had to speculate. But I think that is the $1 million question right now is how did they get there and how did they not raise alarm?
Right.
In one of the most iconic buildings in New York City.
In the world.
By the way, NYPD held a security briefing this morning.
I know that because you said that out loud in the newsroom.
We have the tape of it because we were going to play it back at some point this afternoon as they're talking about security for 4th of July events and maybe a reported rumored Taylor Swift concert. That was before the wedding. I'm sorry, wedding. Well, maybe she'll sing.
That would be great.
So what an ironic turn to go from this NYPD briefing to, oh, by the way, there are 2 people now atop the Empire State Building that aren't supposed to be there.
And the question is, did they plan this out, or was this some sort of,
You have
you know,
to, right?
I don't know. I
You
mean,
would imagine
I don't want to
gain
speculate
that.
that.
Access to get up there, you have to imagine it wasn't just willy-nilly.
All I can probably say for sure is they probably have some sort of training in climbing.
Yeah,
Have
yeah.
to. Have to.
Because this is clearly a dangerous maneuver to do.
Yeah.
And so they appear to have planned it out far enough to probably know what they had to bring in order to safely climb.
Right.
Although I'll tell you, they didn't look like they were tethered much into anything.
No.
I
No.
went down the hall to our engineering department here at WCNC, right?
Yeah.
We have transmitters that our company maintains as part of a broadcast operation. And they were saying the same thing I was thinking. One, workers who climb towers are normally tethered in so
Yeah.
that
Sure.
if they slip, if they fall, they're tied onto something. Two, when you're climbing a broadcast tower, it emits high energy in terms of turning that into radio waves that we all pick up from our car or TV sets. Typically, if you have workers on the tower, you're going to lower or turn off that energy
Right.
so that you don't have people really close to that high voltage. Obviously, these 2 people were not scheduled to be up there.
Right.
So that's another factor, too. They're actually clinging to something that is emitting a lot of radiation.
Ooh.
Right. Can't imagine it's good for you.
Didn't even think about that piece.
Yeah.
Wow. Again, that is a live look there. We saw NYPD there ushering those folks back down, to put that nicely and plainly, from the top of the Empire State Building. In case you missed, and in case you're just tuning in, 2 people climbed to the top of New York City's Empire State Building this afternoon, unfurled a banner. The 2, who appear to be a man and a woman in dark outfits and masks, seemed to embrace at one point, kiss at one point,